Hi everyone, it's Christine. So tonight I'll be reading Peter Pan. The story begins on a quiet street in London, at the home of the Darling family. Before bed every evening, Wendy would tell her younger brothers fantastic stories of Peter Pan's many marvelous adventures in Neverland. They believed he was real and made him the hero of all their nursery games while fighting off pirates. But that night was to be Wendy's last night in the nursery. Wendy's father had decided that the next day she would move into a room of her own. She would have to be practical. It was time for Wendy to grow up. Peter Pan waited until the children were fast asleep. Then he crept in through the window. A sparkling light followed him. It was Tinker Bell. Tinker Bell was a pixie and one of Peter Pan's best friends. The children woke and were delighted to see Peter Pan. "Peter Pan, I knew you'd come back. I saved your shadow for you," Wendy exclaimed, as she ran to get her sewing basket. "I'm so glad you came back tonight," Wendy said, "because it's my last night in the nursery." "No, I won't have it," Peter said. "Come on." "But where are we going?" asked Wendy. "To Neverland. You'll never grow up there," Peter said. "But Peter, how do we get to Neverland?" asked Wendy. "Fly, of course," he said, stretching out his arms. Wendy gasped. "Fly? It's easy," Peter grinned. "You think of a wonderful thought." Wendy, John, and Michael all thought very happy thoughts, but still they could not fly. Peter realized they were missing something important: pixie dust. He borrowed some from Tinker Bell and sprinkled a bit of it on each of their heads. And before they knew it, Wendy, John, and Michael were floating in the air. "We can fly!" they shouted. "We can fly!" Peter leaped up to the windowsill. "Here we go, off to Neverland." Soon they landed on a big puffy cloud.